73 shots. Now has a goals against of 3.02. Bob Essensa also making his fourth straight appearance for the Winnipeg Jets. His record 1-2 in this series, and so far he has faced 102 shots. The referee tonight, Paul Dvorsky. Gord Brossiger and Dan Shatsky will be working the lines in this one. Game 4 from the Winnipeg Arena. Vancouver Canucks go into it, leading the series 2 games to 1. And Murray Craven to start at center against Stu Barnes. And Craven gets the puck back into his own zone. Dana Mercer forced to go back behind Kirk McLeod. Mercer leading the attack for the Canucks. Dumps it in, left side. Craven gets it to Gary Bach. Bach, pass in front is blocked. And there's the first hit of the game. Tim Hunter sent sprawling by Teppo Numinen. This is Ty Domi. And Domi dumps it down. McLean forced to come out and play it off the glass. Opening seconds of the first period in game number 4. Teppo Numinen. This is King's pass in front. Comes back to Numinen's shot. And it's blocked. Got caught up in the sweater of Murray Craven, and then Craven just dumps it through into the zone.
And Gary Bach did a good job. He lined up perfectly with Teppo Numinen, and Numinen had no choice but to play the puck right off Gary Bach.
Michael Lawler scoops it in, picked up by the Canucks. Dave Babbage. Borsato dumps it in. Canucks control and then shoot it out into the neutral zone. And Sergei Boutin touches it, and we get the first whistle of the game.
And the crowd still involved. Lots of good hits early in this one. Vancouver Canucks have made a few changes in their lineup. Dixon Ward, who played well this season, had 22 goals, gets in. And look at Anatoly Semenov is now playing with Dorian Adams as Murray Craven drops down and plays on the checking line. They'd like to get more production out of Adams. You look at the defense pairings. Robert Dirk is not in the lineup. And the Canucks won't tell us what's the matter with him. Although he did have bruised ribs earlier in the year, missed 3 weeks. You look at their scratches, and you wonder about Dirk, whether it's those ribs acting up again or something else. During the playoffs, you never really know, Steve.
The face-off in the Canucks zone. It comes back to Sergei Boutin. He fires from traffic in front. It goes right through the crease. Dumped in. Steed behind the net leaves it there. Ronning scoops it up for Vancouver. Plays it off the boards. Kachuk for Winnipeg. Losing it to Ronning. Jets keep the pressure on. Borsato misfires on that shot. Played easily by Kirk McLeod. Dumped in by the Jets. Dana Mercer plays it off the boards, looking for Trevor Linden. Comes right to Cliff Ronning. Ronning at center. Dumps it in. Linden there for the rebound. Couldn't control it. This is Jeff Courtney. Courtney at the Jets blue line. Trevor Linden. Good move. One move too many. Loses it to the Jets. Kachuk tries to find Solani with a lead pass, but it was just too far. Linden for Cliff Ronning. Ronning, good pass to Adam. Shot scores!
And during a line change, Greg Adams out with Linden and Ronning, and a nice pass is Adams came off the bench and he's wide open. Ronning with the pass to Adams, and look at Adams, who has struggled scoring goals, picks a spot and goes right through Bob Essensa's leg. Phil Housley comes over trying to get at Adams, but Adams shields the puck before he shoots it, and he beats Essensa. A rolling puck is hard for a goalie to read, and Adams gets his second goal.
And that coming at 2:16, so the Vancouver Canucks jump in front of the Winnipeg Jets by a score of 1-0 in Game 3 here at the arena in Winnipeg. It was the Jets who opened the scoring with a couple of goals, and the Canucks were forced to come back.
Scored by number 8, Greg Adams. Assist number 7, Cliff Ronning, and number 16, Trevor Linden.
Ronning and Linden drawing the assists on Greg Adams' second goal of the playoffs. And here's Murray working down the right side. Semenov in the middle. Unloads with a shot, and it went through the pads. And Newman gets on the steam off it. Pass in front. And it's picked off by Shannon. This is Phil Housley. Shoots it in the left corner. Diddick tries to find Burry with the pass too far. Buttsy Erickson. Played up on the left side for Davidoff. Erickson passes by looking for Davidoff. He overskated it. Shot into the corner. Davidoff. Erickson and Babbage get tied up before they can get to the puck. This is Davidoff looking for somebody to pass to. Nobody there. Good pass in front from Davidoff. Sergei Boughton knocks out on the air. This is Gary Bach and Peter Nedved. The Jets passing from the mixer with a quick shot. Essensa has to be sharp to make the save. Canucks lead 1-0.
I know it's over, and I know it's through. Man, now that's the blues.
Next time you want a Diet Pepsi, Ray, all you gotta do is ask.
Now that's the right one, baby.
Truck package on Ranger and F-Series, plus cash back on F-Series during your Manitoba Ford and Mercury dealers Trim and Truck event.
John Canuck has to worry. The crowd's still involved, but should the Canucks get another early goal, that will take a little of the white noise out of this building. Right now, they're still in it, and he has to hope that his team bounces back.
Craven on the face-off against Stu Barnes, coming from the face-off circle to the right of Bob Essensa, the Winnipeg goal. Puck cleared to the corner. Dixon Ward on this line for the Canucks. Ward making his first ever Stanley Cup playoff appearance. This is Barnes. Passes in front. Nobody there. Olsen to Dean Kennedy, Jets captain. Ward got a piece of it. And it's flipped in high. McLean has to glove it. Dixon Ward plays it high into the neutral zone. Kennedy had trouble spotting it. Domi overskates it. Barnes just shoots it in. Domi stops it. Gets the shot away. Goes off the glass. Corey Craven to Yuri Slager. This is King. Has Domi on his left. Domi with a nice move to get around Jyrki Lume. Mansworth calling for a penalty. No call from Paul Dvorsky. This is Jeff Courtnall couldn't get it to Linden. Rotting is there. Over to Courtnall. Courtnall with the shot. That's wide. Comes all the way along the boards and down into the Canucks zone.
And Paul Dvorsky has let a lot go early, but here's going to be a penalty on Jeff Courtnall. A high sticking penalty against Chris King behind the play, and I think the Canucks had a feel that Dvorsky wasn't going to call anything. And Courtnall goes off for high sticking.
John, that was well away from the play. The play was down on the left side, and that's the place on the left side of the ice in the Jets zone.
And you can see Pat Quinn now is saying to Trevor Linden, okay, go over and ask about some of the other stuff that you'd let go.
If you've just joined us, Steve Armitage along with John Garrett in the broadcast booth. We've got Kenny Daniels down on the studio. This is Game 4.
You look at the Winnipeg Lions, the same as last game, why fool with success. Brian Erickson is in as Igor Ulanov is out. Erickson did not rest for Game 3, and that's the only change that the Winnipeg Jets have made. You look at Mike Lawler, who played himself back into the lineup in Game 3, had a very strong game.
14:48 to play, opening period. Canucks in front, 1-0 on a goal from Greg Adams. And the Canucks have their penalty-killing unit out there. And it comes all the way down into the Jets zone. Olsen and Housley are on the point. So
their 26 goals scoring during the regular season were on the power play. Darren Shannon back to play on the power play. He plants himself in front of the net. A couple of big assists, Darren Shannon, last night, especially on the Solani breakaway. He picked off the pass and spotted Solani breaking up the middle.